Members of Prudential Oil Palm Company have paid a courtesy visit to the King of Idjerhe Kingdom, His Royal Majesty Obriki Monday Atowitsky Udure I of Idjerhe Kingdom in his palace. The oil palm company, whose intention is to explore the vast land in Idjerhe Kingdom in a bid to create one of the largest oil palm plantations in the country, was led by Mr. Ola Aliyu, who presented the intentions of the company to the king and discussed a skeletal scope of the project in terms of land mass needed, location, and the proposed plan of employment and empowerment for indigenes of Idjerhe Kingdom.
We are Prudential Oil Palm Company Limited. We want to establish a plantation farm like that of Okumu in this kingdom.
I will give you some highlights, then we will come with a comprehensive paperwork. All about yourself. We come with a comprehensive paperwork. We are looking at 5,200 and fraction, 5,270 hectares of land. And what is massive here, what we are acquiring, because there is a standard already from ROSPC that when you are taking a land from palm oil plantation from a community, you have to create another, from that land, you create an area for them for farming, because it's massive, and the lease, we are going for lease for 99 years. So that is the purpose. We must create a sizable good place for them, for the community, for farming. And we will help them to handle that area with manure and other things. They don't, 1 naira we don't take from there. It is one of the benefits we are giving to the community. We create a place for them for farming. Then employment, we are looking at 50% for the host community. Then scholarship for very bright.
The 50%. How many of that percent is for management staff?
The 50%.
Because another thing to carry 50% and give it to those clearing grass.
To labor,
unskilled labor. They say in the management of the company.
20, we are looking at 20, 30.
20 management,
30 for unskilled. Thirdly, we are looking at scholarship for intelligent students, especially in science and other, right from primary school to university. We will work hand in hand with the schools that are within the location. They will always feed the companies at the end of the day, those from SS, from the junior and senior secondary school. For community leaders and the palace, there will be running contract going on, because the project is an elephant project, left and right. There will be running contract for leaders, community leaders, the kings, the king and the chiefs. There will be running contract then. Yearly homage.
I'll be more interested in a running contract for a group to develop the company, not for the king.
Okay. For a group to develop?
Yes.
Okay.
Whatever contract that we want to give to the king, we'll put a management committee in place.
Oh, yes,
the king does not have, whatever God has given me, he will give me more.
Yes.
I will not want to pretend here and begin to run from company to company looking for contracts. Once that management committee is in place, if there is 20 naira from that management committee and 10 naira is going to the council of chiefs, I will clap.
Okay.
And 7 naira is going to the families, I will clap. And 3 naira is coming to the palace, not to the king.
Yes.
Coming to the palace. It's a welcome development.
We are looking at getting small, it's not small, getting schools, cottage hospitals for our workers and the immediate community. And there will be housing accommodation, which after the lease period, we cannot take it away. Everything belongs to the community.
King Obriki, upon receiving the group, said it is his wish to see Idjerhe progress and asked the company to come up with a written plan to be presented to kingdom lawyers for proper evaluation.
First and foremost, let me congratulate you and appreciate you for finding my kingdom worthy of this laudable investment opportunity. And as a kingdom, we are very pleased to have every investor. I would want to appreciate your company coming around with very detailed operational plans, very detailed benefits, very detailed employment opportunity. and possibly very detailed community services, because I know, as a matter of fact, that these are auxiliaries to every companies coming to work in any land.
In another event, the indigenous pastors and bishops in Idjerhe also paid a visit to the king to register their support and affirm solidarity with the monarch. The team was led by the first indigenous Idjerhe bishop, Bishop Great Amaye, and CAN President, Ethiopia West, Reverend Anthony Uje. Also in attendance was Apostle Dr. Lucky Erewoba, Dr. Aaron Omoniyi, just to mention a few. In a chat with Rero TV, CAN President Reverend Uje said it is the duty of the body to identify with the new monarch, and he also described King Obriki as a God-fearing king and thus has the strong backing of the indigenous Idjerhe pastors and bishops.
The Idjerhe monarch, in our interaction, we found that he's a born-again Christian, and they have interest in the work of God, and he's ready to do what God asked him to do in the land, and we appreciated him because of all his interaction. We see the glory of God in him, and his coming as a king is a divine call.
Also, a new body known as the Idjerhe Anti-Courtesan Group paid a visit to the king. The group, whose aim is to eradicate the ever-growing court clashes in Idjerhe Kingdom, made it known to the king that they are ready to curb courtesan in the area. King Obriki prayed for them and urged them to identify with the police and vigilante leaders, as security is paramount in the kingdom. Finally, Chief ONOSIA Obriki, the Awiworovie of Idjerhe Kingdom, otherwise known as the King's Confidant, has donated the sum of 100,000 naira to the Idjerhe Vigilante Group in a bid to encourage them for their selfless service in making sure that there is a lasting peace in the kingdom. His Royal Majesty Obriki Monday Atowitsky, King of Idjerhe Kingdom, was on ground to present the cash to the leader of Idjerhe Vigilante Group, Mr. Akpobo Udu, aka Cornerstone. After the presentation, Mr. Udu thanked the chief and promised to keep on working with his team to make sure that crime is curtailed in the kingdom. Chief Obriki, in an interview with Rero TV, said his gesture was to bolster the morale of the vigilante, as they are not placed on salary. He said the needs of the men is one that should be taken into consideration, as they have volunteered selflessly to bring peace to the kingdom.
Security is a matter of where you have security, you have peace. So I find it necessary, because they are the vigilante of the Idjerhe Kingdom. Even when we are asleep, they are watching over us, and they cannot do it empty-handed. So they need a lot of things. They need bullets, they need guns, they need advice. So what informed me of giving them this money is for them to appreciate what they are doing in the Idjerhe Kingdom, give them bullets to pursue their legitimate duty, so that they can watch over the whole of the Idjerhe Kingdom. I think it is very necessary, whatever you are doing, no matter how it is, because if you leave them, they are not working, and they can't use their own money to sponsor the security of the kingdom. So we, the notable chiefs and other people of the Idjerhe Kingdom, can assist them, whatever we have, no matter whether it is small or big, whatever you have, you assist them, and to encourage them. I think that is what made me to do this.
From the King's Palace in Jesse Town, my name is Rero Henry Akbos for Rero TV.